It's been a while since the Duggars stopped starring on TLC. Since then, all the siblings have moved on and started focusing on other better things. Joy-Anna Duggar is one of them. Almost everyone from the Duggar News fanbase knows her family inside out now. They stay in the loop by following her social media and watching her YouTube videos. These days, Joy-Anna, her husband Austin, and their kids have been going through a lot of changes. It all began when the former announced she was quitting filming weekly vlogs for a while. It was because she wanted to prioritize her family as they were gearing up to hit a major milestone and welcome a big change in their lives. What is this change about? Over the past few years, Duggar News fans have started to know Joy-Anna and her family very well. They are well liked because of their wholesome weekly vlogs and family adventures. Similarly, the star had announced that her family would undergo a big change. She announced they all would be moving out of their family house. They were in it for 5 years. In order to show fans the bittersweet moment, Joy-Anna shared the last ever picture the family took in the home before moving away. At the same time, she also included another picture, which was their first ever in the property. All the viewers wished them the very best and wondered where they would be off to next. But Joy-Anna didn't reveal much about the same. It's been quite some time since Joy-Anna had been open about her plans to move into a new place. Yet, her family is quite secretive about where they will go. Duggar News fans don't even know if they plan to stay in Arkansas itself or move elsewhere. In her Instagram post, Joy-Anna said that she was with her family in a rental for a while. Joy-Anna was grateful that after searching for 4 to 5 months, they found the ideal rental in the region they wanted. So, God had been very grateful for the place as their rental just fell into their laps. While that's where her family is currently living, Joy-Anna talked about the big change that will soon take place in their lives. She did it through Instagram stories. Apparently, Joy-Anna revealed that the family always wanted to live on some land. That's because they wanted to have enough room for the kids to roam and move into a farm. While she didn't let viewers know when they would move into such a property, the family has started to work towards it. Everyone was surprised at this big change. So far, Joy-Anna has not revealed a proper time frame as to when the family will be moving into the farm. But fans are hopeful they will know soon enough. Keep an eye on TV season and spoilers for more Duggar news. It is not easy growing up with 18 siblings, especially on reality TV. The former 19 kids and counting on star Jinger Duggar has never been silent on growing up with 18 siblings on national television, as she has always been honest about her experiences. Recently, she released a YouTube video with her husband Jeremy Vuolo, where they reflect on their first year of marriage and Jinger's difficult upbringing on TV. Viewers of the TLC show can remember that Jinger grew up with 18 siblings whilst being raised in a cult-like family. As she was raised in a religious family based on the teachings of Bill Gothard's Institute for Basic Life Principles, she was raised on strict rules regarding gender, modesty, purity, and more. Not only did growing up on TV affect her, but growing up with the teachings affected her adulthood as well. In the video, Jeremy and Jinger shared some of Jinger's unique challenges growing up on TV. One of the most unique challenges that you and your family have is the reality of preconceived ideas of who you are, Jeremy said. Because people have seen you in a setting on a show, they've seen you so intimately for so many years, that really any setting you walk into where there is a pre-knowledge of you, you're having to deal with preconceptions about you. And I can't imagine how difficult that is to overcome. In the video, Jinger also opened up about having an identity crisis. She says, "On the show I was so outgoing, had so much personality, was just rolling my eyes, acting silly, goofy. And then, I think the older I got, I went through a season where I thought, okay, to be a mature Christian I just don't need to laugh. I just need to be all pious and keep it together, so I look like I'm extra spiritual, but I think a lot of it was the temperament and personality of what people thought I was. On the show, I feel like I wasn't living in a character because that's legit who I was," she continued. "Coming out of that and then growing into an adult as you're filming, I think there was a time where I'm like, am I an extrovert? Am I more introverted?" Last year, Jinger released a memoir, Becoming Free Indeed, where she opened up about her cult-like family and her upbringing. She is also releasing another book next year, People Pleaser, where she will likely explore her upbringing more. As of now, her relationship with her parents, Michelle Duggar and Jim Bob Duggar, is strained, and her siblings grew up and started their own lives for themselves. Jana Duggar got married and Jason Duggar is now engaged. In the video, Jinger also opened up about the effect growing up on TV had on her. I think I just became more guarded, she shared. I don't know how much of it was the reality of what everybody thought I was supposed to be. I just kept playing into it, right? Realizing, okay, I like to have fun. I like to be spontaneous. That is me. But I'm also not going to be this wild person, that's really not me at my core. And a lot of people had a preconceived idea that I was going to run off and be this rebel, and they had painted a character of who they thought I was going to be. The 19 kids and counting alum, her husband Derek and their 3 children enjoyed a visit to a quirky restaurant in Little Rock, which Jill called So Much Fun. Jill Duggar Diller's latest family vacation is off to an eventful start. The 19 kids and counting alum, 33, and her husband Derek, 35, hit the road with their children Israel David, 9, Samuel Scott, 7, and Frederick Freddie Michael, 2 on Wednesday, October 2nd. Before leaving, Jill shared an Instagram video documenting her preparations for the trip, which included dropping the family's dog Fenna at a boarding facility and visiting the local library for some kids' books, including one from the Magic Treehouse series. She then shared highlights from the first day of the road trip on her Instagram stories, which began with lunch at very unique restaurant in Little Rock, Arkansas. We're going to stop at All Aboard, which is this super cool train restaurant which our kids love, where the train delivers your food to your table, she explains in one video. It's super fun, super cute. She then shared a video of the family's car pulling up to the interesting eatery, as one of the kids could be heard excitedly saying, "I see it. The most food train restaurant was the perfect stop on our first day of travel," she wrote over the clip. In the next video, a toy train could be seen traveling on a track along the wall near the ceiling of the establishment, with their food order hanging below. Upon reaching the correct table, the food slides onto a metal plate that was then automatically lowered down the wall to the tabletop. The couple recently celebrated their 10th wedding anniversary with another getaway. In Brandon, Jill and Derek tied the knot in June 2014, after announcing their courtship in March of that year. On August 1st, Jill shared a video montage of the pair exploring Silver Dollar City amusement parks and cavern sites to mark the special occasion. We never thought we would hear the Duggars and Tiger King mentioned in the same breath. Sure, Josh Duggar and Joe Exotic are both controversial former reality stars who are now serving lengthy prison sentences. But the shows that made those two famous couldn't have been much more different. And that's just one reason why we're surprised that these two worlds will soon be colliding in a courtroom.